Hello everybody, I'm Woody, I'm from the Boys and Girls Club, and today I'm going to show you how to make a scrunchie. So, I know all of you are sitting at home right now, and I know you have moms, dads, grandparents with lovely sewing machines that they haven't used in years. And I want you to get them to take it out and sew with you. So we're gonna learn how to make a scrunchie today. What you need for this is a 18-inch by 3-inch piece of fabric that you have just ironed in half like that. About 7 inches of elastic, and then two safety pins? 2 safety pins. All right, and then obviously a sewing machine, but you can sew this by hand if you don't have one of these. Make sure that if you are using a sewing machine that you have a parent around and that you're not just doing it by yourself, and make sure you keep your hands away from the needle because it is sharp. All right, so basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your scrunchie piece, you're gonna fold it in half and iron it. I've already done that because I don't have an iron here. And then we're gonna take it to the sewing machine, clamp it down, and basically what we're gonna do is sew one seam all the way down through. So you're gonna put your needle down and make sure you backstitch at the beginning and end, okay? So I'm just gonna sew all the way down this. Not go too fast so I don't knock the camera over. All right, just like that. And once you're done, you can cut it off with a pair of scissors. I have a little razor blade here, that's what I just did. And make sure you turn your machine off so that if you accidentally step on the foot pedal, that you're not gonna accidentally sew your fingers. So for this next step, I like to cut the threads off as I go because it makes your work look a little bit more professional. And it's also a pain in the butt to go through and cut them all off at the end. So I cut them off first. And this next step is you're gonna have to turn this tube that you've just made inside out. So it's a little tricky, but I know you can do it. So you're gonna just wiggle your fingers under here and try to pull it through so that it's inside out, but it's gonna be the right side for you. So this might take a hot second, but give yourself some time and patience. And we're there. I know it took a hot second to do that, but ta-da! Now your seam that you had on the outside is now on the inside and it looks super professional. So this is where the elastic and the safety pins come in. So you're gonna take one of the safety pins and attach it to one end, and then you're gonna attach this end to one end of your scrunchie. So let me show you what this looks like. Just like this. All right, so that when we're looping it through, it doesn't come all the way out. All right, it'll make sense in a second. This other safety pin is going to go onto the other end of your elastic, and we're gonna shove it through our scrunchie, okay? Because that's what makes the scrunchie scrunch. So what I'm doing is I'm feeling for where the safety pin is in here, and then I'm pulling the fabric. It's much easier if you have a safety pin to do this, and I probably go really quick. You might take a while to get it done the first time, but once you learn how to do this, smooth sailing. So see how it's kind of scrunching up as I go? It's the key to making a scrunchie. The 80s are coming back. All right, so ta-da, see how this has come out the other end? Now, this is the tricky part. I'm going to unhook this end and hook them together so that I can sew the elastic together. All right, let me show you what I will do. Now you gotta be careful because you obviously don't wanna let go of one end and have it fall through. So I have my 2 elastics in my hand and I'm just gonna pin it together like that so that there's an overlap here that I can sew. All right, I'm gonna bring my sewing machine back in, and I'm going to sew the elastic first, and then I'm gonna sew the scrunchie together. This one is kind of difficult to do, so you might need parental help to do it. Turn my machine on. I'll bring it a little closer for you. Maybe I won't. Here we go. And then I just backstitch back and forth. And that's it. Remember, you turn your machine off if you're gonna put your fingers anywhere near the needle. And then you can take the safety pin out. You don't need it anymore because it's all nicely attached where you sewed it. Again, I'm going to cut my threads off because they're a pain in the butt to deal with at the end. I have my nice little scissors right here. I'm gonna cut them off. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to fold one of the edges into itself. So kind of like if you were to roll a pant cuff. And then you're going to stick the other one in it so that the rough edge of the fabric isn't showing. So the edge that we didn't hem isn't there, and you've rolled it over so that there's no fraying pieces. Sorry. Do you see what I've done here? I've tucked the fabric in and then I've looped this other side into it. And then what we do is we're gonna sew this just in a line, and then we'll have our scrunchie. So let me bring my sewing machine back, turn it on because I'm going to be using it now. Stick my scrunchie in, make sure that you back stitch at the beginning and the end again. Just like that. Again, I'm going to, Again, I'm going to cut my threads off, but that is basically it. That is how you make a scrunchie. I know I made it look super simple, but I've done this about 40 million times. And I will show you our finished product. Ta-da! It's a cute little scrunchie you can wear on your wrist, you can put it in your hair. I'll show the small camera. And it's just like really adorable. So I hope you all enjoyed learning how to make a scrunchie. I hope you try it at home with your parents or your grandparents or any other person who has a sewing machine and is willing to let you use it, or if you want to hand sew it. But I thank you guys for coming. Make sure you register for virtual camps, and I hope to see you on Zoom soon. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day.